Hey everybody, welcome to the Scarred Thumb Podcast. Starting today with some more Palworld news. This is from Video Gamer by Caleb Smith. Palworld to partner with Xbox to get heavily requested PC feature on console. Over a dozen players have entered the sandbox world of Palworld since its early launch in January. This has made it one of the biggest Xbox Game Pass editions of all time for Microsoft's subscription service. And the following its monumental success, Xbox is partnering with Palworld to bring a heavily requested feature to PC Steam, exclusive to PC Steam to consoles. It always needs to be reminded that this survival hit is early access only. Pocket Pair is committed to fixing bugs and stability through the updates and patch notes for 1.4 and so on Steam and Xbox. In additional features, the roadmap promises more Pals, Bosses, Islands. But what Microsoft is working is that they've improved the quality of Palworld on Xbox consoles and revealed Palworld is the biggest third-party Game Pass launch of all time. Through the console, Windows is gained, but I think the real thing here, this is going on and on, Xbox is working with Pocket Pair to help provide support for Xbox version of the game, and we'll be providing support to enable dedicated servers offering engineering resources to help with the GPU and memory optimization, speeding up the process to make Palworld updates available to players, and working with the team to optimize the title for our platform. This commitment to bring dedicated servers to console is fantastic. Dedicated servers are currently exclusive to the Steam version. They allow players to play with friends privately on their own remote servers to remove issues such as lag, connectivity problems. Hopefully this makes it a way for Xbox consoles sooner than later. What Xbox is realizing is they have essentially a console exclusivity with Palworld. It's not coming out in PlayStation. If it does, it'll be years to come. And I have a feeling that one, Switch can't play it, and two, I don't know if Nintendo wants Palworld on their console. There might be some bad blood there. But we do have Palworld. This is from Xbox Wire, Microsoft. Obviously the biggest launch, over 7 million players on Xbox. This is a huge hit for Xbox, who really hasn't had any exclusives, and I guess this isn't an exclusive. It's still on Steam. It's got over 12 million on Steam. So Palworld has been doing incredibly well, and Xbox is looking to help them out, providing support for Palworld, especially with the servers, which brings us to our next article, which from PC Gamer here, Tyler Wilde, Palworld servers cost nearly $500K per month, $500,000, as a network engineer is ordered to never let the service go down, no matter what. Wait, maybe we'll go bankrupt from server fees, joked the Pocket Pair CEO. Monster collecting survival game Palworld has amassed astonishing 19 million players. That the extraordinary success isn't coming cheap for the indie developer. Palworld's projected February server cost is over 7 million yen, according to a post. That comes to over $475,000. Wait, maybe we'll go bankrupt from server fees, joked Mizobi. I won't worry too much. Pocket Bear says it's sold about 12 million copies of Palworld on Steam at $70 each. That puts Palworld's gross revenue at $36 million so far. And that's ignoring Xbox sales. It's on Game Pass too. Steam's revenue cut drops from 30% to 20% after a certain threshold, but for the sake of argument, let's see, Steam is giving a flat cut of 30%. That still leaves Pocket Bear with $252 million before expenses. $6 million a year in server cost doesn't quite look so untenable next to that number. On the order to never let the service go down no matter what, we have repaired our servers without regard to cost, which, to be fair, I haven't played on their official servers, but the fact that I haven't had, the services don't seem to have been going down, or, that's not a major complaint, especially for an indie game, is pretty insane. Stuff like Diablo, even Diablo 4 had some server issues when it was going down. And obviously Blizzard, gigantic company. It always seems like anytime a new game comes out that's actually, does relatively well, it becomes with a lot of server problems. So it's kind of weird to see a CEO say, hey, it doesn't matter what the cost is, do not let these servers go down. Hey, Deborah, how's it going? Palworld obviously isn't going to keep selling 12 million copies a month. And unlike other online games, that justify their high upkeep and ongoing development with premium cosmetics and seasonal moneymakers like battle passes, Palworld contains no microtransactions at the moment. Out of curiosity, I plugged Palworld into Steam concurrency figures peaked at over 2 million last month. Into a pricing calculator for Amazon's game hosting service, it was easily coming up with figures in excess of millions of dollars per month, depending on variables like the number of game sessions per instance. I'm a little astounded that Palworld and whoever is paying $500,000 a month, having handled its phenomenal success so smoothly. I can't imagine a small indie developer like Pocket Pair, which is immediately experienced, keeping up with those kind of demands for a decade or so. Even so, the biggest developer, which would have been overwhelmed, Diablo 3 and Error 37, just back in 2012, Diablo 3 amassed fewer players in this first year that Palworld has in 2 weeks. Thanks, the cloud. I don't know what they're saying so far. The number of players playing Palworld at the same time will surely settle into a lower number as the year progresses, reducing costs. So obviously it's going to get lower, but man, this is insane. $500,000 every month just in server costs. So this brings up like an interesting question whether, success obviously comes with its own issues. And Palworld's has them between like potential lawsuits from Nintendo, people faking NFTs, certain things like this, the server costs, how do they sort of ramp up their development and keep players interested. They just released a patch which said it was fixing sub problems, but it has its own problems. And obviously the Palworld AI is still not good at the moment. It's harder to, it's still hard to assign stuff to pals to certain things. Their priorities for their AI seems a little bit whack. So there is definitely some issues here. So the question will be, and Palworld doesn't have any DLC, which is surprising for a modern game, especially when people are accusing the CEO of, he just wants to make money. He's just throwing some stuff together and copying other IPs and just trying to make a super money-making game, and he did it. But they don't have any microtransactions, no cosmetic DLCs, which is standard fare for every AAA title now. We'll be talking about one such thing later with Suicide Squad, but it's we'll see. Is Palworld's future as rosy as it seems? Maybe not. If still costing $500K per month, so things are gonna have to hopefully Xbox will handle some of that. I definitely could see them helping it out. Especially considering that this is kind of, in a way, it is like Xbox's like exclusive version of Pokemon. It's the Xbox Pokemon right now, since it's PC and Xbox, two very Windows titles.